Hey, Trudy German here from Train with Trudy, and today we are going to talk about 3 reasons you may be bloated. But before we get into that, could you do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you are notified whenever I drop another video. So today, let's talk about bloat. We have all been there. We've all experienced that uncomfortable, awkward feeling that's also followed by lots of unpleasantries. I won't mention them because we've all experienced them before. But before we jump into that, I want to make sure I differentiate the difference between belly fat and bloat. So here's the thing. If you do have a stomach, if you pat it, not knock it, it's not a door. If you pat it and it's dense, it's fat. If it's hollow, it's bloat. So I'll let you determine which you have. Now, let's talk about bloat. If it's fat, of course, subscribe below to one of my programs. I can help you. If it's bloat, go ahead and listen. So now that we've determined that you in fact have bloat and not fat, here's something else. If you're feeling bloated in the lower portion of your stomach, that's usually indigestion. But if you're feeling bloated in the upper portion, that is usually from food intolerance. So 3 things that may be causing that bloat, food intolerance. So let's touch on the food intolerance. Dairy. If you're like me, you're lactose intolerant, and you can have, so that means what being lactose intolerant means is you lack an enzyme required to digest lactose. So because you can't digest it, it just sits there and it comes out in other ways. Once again, I'll let you determine that, but that could be a reason why you're feeling bloated. You have something, with dairy, ice cream, milk. Cheese don't really bloat some of us. I know it doesn't bloat me, it may bloat you, but cheese doesn't really bloat me as much because it doesn't have a lot of lactose. But dairy, milk, ice cream, yogurt for short, it'll definitely bloat me. So if you find that you have dairy and you feel bloated after, that could be because you lack an enzyme required. So here's the thing. Oh, before I tell you the thing, you can also develop a lactose intolerance later in life. Because I have a girlfriend with the same age, and all her life she could handle anything with milk. She noticed over the last 2 to 3 years she can't have it. So also pay attention to your bodies. Not because you could have it before doesn't mean you can have it now and your body's okay. Another reason you may be bloated is from having cruciferous vegetables. So that include vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and cauliflower. So if you find you have those and you're feeling bloated, what usually happening is it contains raffinose, which is hard for our bodies to digest. So what happens, it just sits there, and of course we feel bloated. I'm not telling you can't have that, but what you can definitely do with those cruciferous vegetables is, as opposed to having them raw, you can definitely steam or boil them, right? That should definitely help. If you have them raw and you find you are feeling bloated, try steaming or boiling them. If you find you are still bloated from them, even when they're steamed or boiled, you may want to really cut back on the amount you have. Another reason you may be bloated is if you have a lot of sugar. You heard me correct. I bet you didn't know your love for sugar would cause the bloat, did you? So that sugar includes table salt. It also includes juice, pop, or soda. We call it pop here in Canada. It also includes chewing gum and alcohol, and of course, your favorite sugar-free foods. So those foods that are labeled sugar-free, this is why I tell y'all, do not have sugar-free, because it is not sugar-free. What happens is alcohol, different types of sugar alcohol has been added. Now, because our bodies can't digest any of those sugars in the sweeteners, in the pop, in the juice, what happens is when it enters our large intestine, it just sits there. It just sits there. Because our guts, everyone's guts have bacteria, good and bad. What happens is the bad bacteria just starts to feed on it. And next thing you know, when it's sitting there, the bacteria feeding on it, we get bloated. And then tomorrow you go and have more and you're constantly bloated. Now sugar causes so much harm to our bodies and we aren't even aware of it. This is why I'm hosting a 21-day Kick Your Sugar Craving Challenge. We start June 1st. You still have time to join. It will be 21 days. I will be helping you identify exactly why you crave sugar, getting you to understand why having an excess amount of sugar, which most of us are having, helping you to understand why having an excess amount of sugar is so bad for you, not just for your waistline, but it affects our health in so many different ways. And of course, helping you reduce it. My goal isn't to get you off sugar 100%, even processed sugar, because we still gotta live. We still gotta have a little wine, a little pizza every now and then. But my goal, the purpose of this Kick Your Sugar 21-day Kick Your Sugar challenge, is to show you what you're doing wrong, and more importantly, help you build a healthy relationship with sugar, where even if you see it, you don't crave it. You don't need to have 20 servings and continue. So to join the challenge, just the link is below. Definitely click on it and join. And if you have any questions, please just comment below. I am here for you. All right, so before I go, let's go over those 3 reasons real quick. 1, it could be dairy causing your bloat. Next, it could be cruciferous vegetables causing the bloat. And 3, it could be sugar. Now, if you're a sugar baby like how I was back in the day, definitely click the link below. Come on over and join my 21-day Kick Your Sugar Craving Challenge, where I will be more than happy to get you off that sugar and hopefully decrease your bloat. All right, until next time, I'm out.